a police truck or anything, what would have these spotlights built into the doors from? I wonder if that still works. That's pretty cool. Was that maybe fire? I don't know. I wonder if there's any bees in here. Oh, back windows taped in. Oh, that's nice. Welcome, YouTubers, to an especial video. What is this behind me, you ask? Maybe. Or you're just, don't even care, you're just watching. You already know, you saw the title and probably. This here, it's a 1963 Chevy 10, C10. Is it a C10 in the 60s? Or is that a later thing? I don't even know. What is it about this 63 Chevy? Well, through a whole line of luck on my part, there's a bit of a history with this truck. A lot of you probably know Dick Trickle. Yeah, he's pretty famous, especially around these parts. The racetrack, Golden Sands, that he started out racing at is actually just like half a mile right down the road here. Dick Trickle's brother actually just lives like down the road from me yet, and every now and then I get to talk to him. It's pretty cool. This truck, no, it wasn't owned by Dick Trickle, but what I would consider the next best thing was Dick Trickle's pit mechanic when he was racing at Golden Sands and local tracks when he first started out. It was his helper and pit mechanic. He goes by Snoozer. That was his name. And unfortunately, he passed on. It was a while ago, I think 2 years maybe now. Through a whole line of people and stuff, and I didn't even know about it. A friend of mine came into owning his estate here, and there's a shop here on the right, and they're older, so they needed help. So they called on me to come out and go through some stuff for them, let them know what things are worth and what they have, and just help them clean up and organize some stuff, because this guy, he was also one of those, what do you call it, like he collected a lot of stuff. Some people say hoarder, other people say junk collector, some people say he's got a lot of cool stuff. And well, actually, this guy, being what he was, he's got a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, I helped him, and this is actually only the second time I was looking at this truck. So I looked it over real quick with him, and I told him what it's probably worth and stuff, because it's not perfect. There's some rust and stuff, and stuff is missing, but it's still a cool truck with kind of a cool history from the owner. So anyhow, I told him all that, and yeah, about half a year or 8 months or whatever goes by, and they say, hey, you're good to us, help us out all the time, everything, you keep taking care of us and help us out, and you can have the truck. I was just floored. That was just, I'm getting goosebumps on my arm still. That is just amazing, and it is a cool truck, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of it. Maybe, unless something's really horrible yet, but I think this one's gonna be around for a while. Yeah, that's kind of the history and what I know on a truck. Why don't we take a walk around and see what is going on here. There's it's pretty neat. First thing I remember from looking at this truck is rockers. You can see they're pretty well gone, and a little bit up here on the fenders. Not terrible though. I mean, it's not bad at all. We'll get into there. The box is pretty decent. A little bit over the wheel wells here, but in the back end, all up tail side, and even this top, there must have been a topper or something on this bed. She's got some rub. Well, here's the seat for in the truck. There's stuff. I think they had somebody, I think he had a tarp over this to cover up the whole bed, and that just, oh yeah, there it is. That just fell in and fell all apart. But Yeah, we got, you can see, there's water pump here. Is that a ashtray? There's a bunch of stuff, parts and whatnot. They're back in here, but let's take a walk around anyhow. Back end, tailgate, super nice condition. Bumper is straight. I didn't even see so much as a ding in the bumper. Super nice. Tail light there, backup lights are knocked out. Tail lights are both there. Oh, cool. Yeah, like a little Chevy emblem molded into the tail light. That's cool. So that's there. That is nice condition. This side, pretty much same as the other side. You got a little bit of couple of holes over the wheel wells. That's an odd spot. There must be like an inner fender well or something that ends right there, that both sides are the same like that. Otherwise, lowers of the box are good. This tire's flat. What year is on this tire? Probably not even gonna be a year. You can see how long she's been sitting. This is an old Goodyear safety all-weather. Yeah, 4-ply. That one's been around for a while. Up here, same thing. Rocker, a little bit better condition on this side. Fender too, a little spot there in the door and the rocker, not too bad. Coming up the front, a little spot there above the fender. And yeah, front end is all there. Even has the, are they bollards? What are those called? The little standoffs from the bumper. I forget what they call those. Both emblems are in the hood. Grill is nice and straight. These are, they're kind of thin. Like you can see, I can flex it. These things always get some kind of dent in it. I mean, you hit a bird and you get a dent in these grills, and this one is super straight, super nice. Oh, wait, spoke too soon. So a little dinger right there, and down on the T, a little dinger, but no big deal. Let's take a look inside here quick. Oh, we got, I don't know what's, I don't think, I mean, this wasn't like a police truck or anything. What would have these spotlights built into the doors from? I wonder if that still works. That's pretty cool. Was that maybe fire? I don't know. I know years ago I see a couple of those beezers flying around. Oh, there's a mirror in the back of the light. That's cool. I hope that works. That's pretty cool. Got the big standoff mirrors. I don't know if they had little mirrors in a year available or not, or if that was just it. But let's see. Oh, there's a board in the way here. How do I get that out of the... Let's get... See, I think... Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, pretty nice. Not too shabby. This rocker, I was expecting this to be just gone on the inside, and actually on the inside here's pretty nice. Little hole up in here, but dog leg and stuff is perfect. Not bad. It's just the bottom of the rocker that gets a little, I suppose, from the stuff sitting in the bottom. Inside, what do we got? Well, what's it say? 90,217 miles. Very neat. You see, it's nice and cool out today. 95 degrees in here. It's complete except for seat. I see 3 pedals, and there must have been a conversion. That's a big brake pedal, and yeah, clutch moves a little bit. Big gas pedal on this. Oh yeah, the way this looks to me, this shifter, oh yeah, she shifts. What is, oh, that's a Hurst shifter. So it must have been converted to a 4-speed, I'm assuming, some kind of manual. And the way that shifter is so short, I don't know if that was a leftover from a car. You can see how far down in there that is. A truck shifter would be like way up over here. I don't know if the whole conversion, like whatever the transmission is from a car, or maybe the whole swap is from a car, or if that's just the only shifter he had laying around. Because like I said, he was I'm sure there's gonna be all kinds of little surprises and cool things like that. Is that a Rockcher? What is that? Some kind of 4-barrel. That's a Rochester. That's what it is. Yeah, Rochester 4-barrel. So that might give you a little hint of what motor is in this truck. Old school oil and oil temperature, lube oil temperature from engine. Oh, that's interesting. There again, like I said, there's some interesting stuff. Original radio. Look at those knobs. That is so cool. Oh, rear view mirror. I wonder if there's any. No bees. Something under there? Nope, nothing there. Whole box full of parts over here. I see some brake parts and some other brake parts, some other stuff. We'll get into that later. Gas tank is gone. There's the line for the gas tank. I wonder if that's back here somewhere. I don't think it is, because there's a seat, and then you think you would see a big gas tank. Air cleaner. Well, anyhow, that looks pretty nice. Steering wheel's in actually really nice condition. Hardly any cracks. Only a little. I don't even know if that is a crack. That might be just paint. Yeah, I don't think there's a single crack in the steering wheel. Horn is there. Blinker stuff. No key. Dang it, I didn't even think about that. I wonder where you would think in an old truck they would just have the key maybe under a carpet. No, that's like glued down. We'll have to, maybe it's in the box of stuff. Maybe it's just right up here, whatever. This is it a, what is that? Don't know. Maybe it's in the ashtray. Oh, that must be last cigarette that's in there. There's a toggle switch. Maybe that's for ignitions or something. Wiring all original-ish. Looks pretty good though. Pretty decent condition. It looks nice. Yeah. Chevy Custom. Let's open up this hood and take a peekers what's in there. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, there's a key in the hood even. Or a keyhole. I never knew that. I think, well, yeah. Not open. Hard. Well, pull hard. No bees? No bees. Would you look at that? Oh, there's a brand new water pump on there. Huh. That must have been the original on the back. Oh, yeah. Brakes are gonna, brakes aren't gonna work. Nope. We're missing a few parts. Is that a kitchen faucet? Yup. Everything in the kitchen faucet in here. I don't know if you guys can see. Why don't you guys come and get in here and let's see what's happening. So do we know what we're looking at here? Well, I kind of do. Only because oh my gosh, dust blowing everywhere. This hasn't been open in a while. Like, honestly, I have no idea how long any of this has been sitting. But I have a little bit of an idea. And some of you that are the gurus, you probably already know. And either you're screaming at the TV right now, or your mouth is hanging open, or you're just like that pile. I believe what this is. This is a Chevy V8. Yep. Pretty sure. Because I counted, there's 8 spark plug wires. So that I can know. Funny looking valve covers. Yep. What from my researching, my Googling and what's not, is this is either a 348 Chevy V8 or a 409, which I think was actually a little bit later than 63. It could be right though. But I guess how you tell, like the easy go-to is finding where the oil dipstick is. And then that'll tell you 409s are on the passenger side, 348s are on driver's side. Did I say that right? Driver, passenger. So let's take a look. We already kind of looked. I don't see nothing but sparkle hoses on that side. And wait. Is that it right there? Yup. Dipstick on the driver's side. So in theory it is a 348, but we always have to keep in mind the previous owner of this truck. Those circle track guys and race car guys and that always have tricks up their sleeve, and from my reading is a lot of people trick people by swapping oil pan on these motors, because that's the only thing you got to do to get the dipstick on the other side. So a lot of 348 owners or motor guys or whatever would put on a 409 oil pan, and then the oil dipstick could be on the other side, and they'll just say, oh yeah, that's a 409. Yep. But knowing circle track guys and these guys and who this owner was of this truck doing this spiel, and like I said, I don't know if this is a complete swap, motor and transmission, or if you're just doing the transmission. I don't know if we're going to be able to tell anywhere looking at motor mounts or anything like that, but anyhow, knowing who he was, it very well could have put on a 348 oil pan on a 409 just to be like, oh, you got beat by a little 348, and what's wrong with you? That sucks for you. Yep, a little 348 beating up on you. And then, well, with the 348 there was a bunch of different variations of horsepowers and whatnot through the years. This being a 63, I believe could have been like 320 or 340 some, or 350 or 360 horsepower, all depending on a combination of things. If this is a 348, if it's a 409, well, it's even more yet, but we're just going to call it a 348 because of that's what it looks like. So yeah, it could have been a variation of a bunch of different things. Having that 4-barrel, that Rochester on the front seat, and what was the other thing, having that Rochester on the seat, and just what it is, I am guessing it is going to be the 320 something horsepower motor, maybe the 335 or 340, I don't know. I don't think it's not the top one. The top one was 3 deuces, I believe, the 350 horse model. It had 3 deuces and then bigger exhausts or something going on. So anyhow, let's, I guess, dive in here. What do we got? We got mouse turds over everything. We got a throttle return spring. Here's that kitchen faucet I was talking about that's frozen shut. That's okay. That must be how you turn on your heater in winter back in the day. You know, it's getting cold out, better turn on the heater. New water pump on here. That's nice. We ain't got to worry about that. I'm a little bit worried, but it is covered up where the carburetor goes. And there's a whole bunch of scratches and everything on that back firewall where the distributor would be in and out and straight up and everything like 100,000 times. It says Harrison on the radiator. Is that a racing radiator? No hoses, not hooked up. Like I said, we're missing everything here. I guess we should be happy we got spark plugs and stuff in it, and some hoses that aren't too bad. Why is there a line going up there? Brand new fuel pump down here on the side. Alternators here. Alternator spins. The water pump obviously spins. I guess why don't we grab on our crank and see if we can move it. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh wait, oh, she moved. Oh, she moves. She moves. Good. She ain't locked up. Points are wide open. I can just file on those while they're out there. Cap, this is a brand new cap. And wires are stiff. There's a vacuum leak. Well, some things, I don't know. Should I just pull the plugs or should I? I'm worried about pulling up, letting stuff in here. Oh wow. There's nothing down there. That is super clean. The gasket is ripped. So I'm just gonna cover this back up for now. I'll get on her. Man, must have just left the track. He's all excited. There's throttle linkage. Oh, that moves. Let me see, is there any oil in her? That should be the first thing you check, just in case you forget to check later on. Oh yeah, right to the line and like brand new. Yep, it smells perfect. Can you see that? I hope you guys can get a read on that. It's like brand new and right to the line. This dipstick, actually, there isn't. It hits stuff up in this corner, almost like it's not supposed to be there. That's weird. So we got oil. I think, honestly, I just want to throw a battery in her. Where's the ground wire? There ain't no ground wire. Ground wire is supposed to go to the water pump here, I think. I'm gonna have to look through some parts in the back. Look at what's all these wires for. There's a whole bunch of mouse turds down in the water neck there. So I'm sure the whole water system's got all kinds of stuff in it. We'll have to flush that all like 1,200 times. But I want to throw a battery in it and then figure out where the start relay solenoid wire is on the starter. And I want to crank on her right off the bat. Or should I pull plugs? Oh, those plugs look crusty. Maybe I'll pull a plug. Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, those are the big plugs. All I got is a socket for the small plugs. Some dang fool took the big plug socket out of the tool bag and didn't put it back. I don't know who that could have been. So I can't pull the plugs. So I guess we're gonna skip pulling plugs for now. I'm gonna go look and see if I can find a negative cable somewhere and stab that in. What the frick is this? Oh, it's a carburetor rebuild kit. Wow. How about them bananas? Found one. It's like bigger than my finger. Must be like 2 gauge or something. But I think that'll, yeah. Let me get some tools. I don't have a wire brush with me, so scrape in here with a screwdriver a little bit. Get the chunkies off. Or copper. I mean, that's why it's all green. And it's real American, so it should be all standard wrenches. Sure enough. Look at that, 1/2 inch fits like it should. You don't have to guess. 13, 15, 1/2 inch, 7/16, 9/16, 12. Some British thing. Just good old school standards. Alright. Got a negative and a hot. Oh, what's underneath here? Is there any raccoons? Chipmunks? Bees? Oh, there's big spiders. Big spiders. Was it a snake? And I brought along the marine grade dual everything starting battery because it's got both posts. I didn't know exactly what was on here. If there's that Chevy stuff on here or if there was some Ford stuff on here. Or I don't know what any of this was going to be. That don't reach. Okay. No spark. Right. That's on. And there's like 5 different terminals down there on the starter. I just picked, well, hot. So there's hot coming to here at least for sure. But then I just picked one other one and just stuck it on there. And I don't know if it's right or not. If it's not, I'll have to go underneath there and switch it till it's right. So let's see. Will it crank? Is it out of the gear? Does this thing even work? Well, that's weird. Happens all the time. So it must be the other one that's got to be put on. I can't even see that one. Oh my gosh. I guess that scared living poop right out of me. I guess I touched everything together. So that's the one I gotta get on. Maybe I should disconnect that battery while I'm underneath here. So I guess starter works. We'll just put that on the side there for now. I found with this harness of like 4 wires plugs into the firewall here, so I'm sure the starter is one of these in here. We ain't worried about anything else inside right now. I just gotta find, I think it was a white wire down below. Oh, there's a white one, I think. White and yellow stripe. Now we should have, see? You know, I never actually used this trigger before. It was in the back hole. How about this one? No. Oh, we got one more to try here. Oh, see, look at that. So that one above it must be power, and this must be it right here. Nope. So this switch doesn't work. Well, that sucks. Piece of junk. However, I do now know that jumping these two terminals right here will crank the truck. So I can still use this thing, but all I gotta do is stick it in between those two terminals so they both hit that one, hit that metal, make contact, and then she turn over. These two right here. I swear I hear sparkles and everything going on. I honestly, that distracted me more than the motor turning over. In the background in my head, I think it sounded good, but I kept hearing that spark and I was just like, what? There's no way it can be sparkles already. Okay, watch for sparkles. Yup. Lots of the sparkles. That is crazy. Those points, they're out in the open. The cap wasn't even on them. I wonder if there are brand new points that he had in there. I cannot believe. That is just crazy. Okay, well, we know we got spark. Huh, now what? I did hear one patunk, patunk. Like there was like a valve hanging open or something. You heard a da-da-da-da-da-tunk, da-da-da-da-da-tunk, da-da-da-da-da-tunk. That tunk was coming out of the intake, and it doesn't really surprise me. I wish I could disconnect that coil somehow easily, because we're going to be doing lots of cranking and pissing around, but there's no good, easy way to take that off right now. I want to crank on it a little bit more. I want to hear the motor more instead of paying attention to the spark here. So let's crank and listen for that ka-tunk, ka-tunk. You hear that? Tunk, 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 tunk. That's a valve hanging up somewhere. Hopefully it's not an interference motor and we just bent the valve too. That wouldn't be a great time. I guess it's easy enough I can pull valve covers. Mess up firing order for ourselves here. Ain't remembering none of that. Fries are done. So, oh, these come out pretty easily. Yeah. They got some kind of rubber, must be a gasket underneath them that just disintegrates when you turn them. Going for the passenger side first, because statistically, if you got a problem with a valve or something, it's usually on the passenger side. I don't have no findings to prove that. It just seems to be my experience, like every valve train or weird cylinder issue or whatever, all the time seems to be on the passenger side for some reason. Leaning over the battery right in my lower rib cage. Feels good. What I want to do is get this truck running and driving good enough to drive, like good enough to drive it home. What's underneath here? Oh, ain't bad. She sure has got a smell to her. Smells like something old. No totally loose valves. Let's turn it over and watch them. See if there's anything that we can see hanging up here. Where'd that plug go? There it is. So, you guys hear that? No, not the ding in my pocket. Somebody saying that the fries are done. Start turning it over and I'm watching the valves and it goes da-da-da-da-tunk, da-da-da-da-tunk, like, you know, something like that. Whatever valve was hanging out just pop shut by itself, I guess. There's no oil up here yet. That could take a while. Is there even a filter on? Where's the filter? I don't even know. Is there a filter on it? Maybe they didn't have filters back in '63. They just were like, yeah, it'll be fine. Oh yeah, there's a filter down there. Okay. The intake side is plugged off and the carb side is well open here, but stuff is blowing around everywhere. Okay, I think that's about the best I could give you. Yeah, we're gonna crank her over. Yeah, it seems to be like it's out of gear, because otherwise it would have killed me by now. Let's crank on her. There's oil. I was starting to get to that point where I was like, I don't know, I should let off. And finally one spurted a little oil. I was watching the push rods were all spinning, and this one was spinning really well. This one was kind of spinning. This one was This one I think turned about a half a turn that whole time. This one I think was spinning. This one was spinning for sure. The last two back there, the top one, the intake, no, yeah, intake side was spinning. The exhaust, I didn't see it spin, but it may have turned a little bit. More of them started spinning, and the other one started spinning faster, I think, right when the oil got to the lifter, because they were all kind of sticky till all of a sudden they started spinning, and it wasn't long after that we had oil coming out of this one. For now, we're going to call these all good. I'm going to cover this up before we get any junk in here. This is actually a lot better than what I thought inside of here. It's like really clean, so let's keep her that way. There we go. Right where she was. Yeah, real nice. Like, I'm gonna just put this cap right on. Distributor here. Let me see what we got for a carburetor, I guess. Let's see what we got, y'all. This is Rochester. Throw her over on the tailgate of the old Ford here. We'll take a poke at it. So we're at the tool bench here. We got this Rochester 4-jet. Looks pretty clean, actually. Looks like it, yeah, definitely off of this motor. I could tell like some of the parts that were ripped out on that one are identical to like what's ripped out here. Oh, a little chunk of junk stuck in the blade. Blades are, she's a little sticky. The quads don't want to open up. Come on. There you go. Yeah, see? Do you remember life? Yeah, that's what you did. Lots of blood. I got one can of brake cleaner. This is it right there. Got one can. That's all I got. Let me open up the top. We'll just see what we're digging with here. Is that factory? The guy's got safety wire ran around both sides and twisted. It's like that safety wire they run at the track. Oh, that just comes off and you can pop that off. Oh, that's neat. So using that safety wire from the track to make a loop. And now we should be able to undo this top. These carburetors go for some pretty decent money yet, it seems. Not to buy one, I was looking up just to research them and see what all has to be done and see what does stuff. And because I never played with one of these actually. So I just wanted to have an idea of what I was doing when I was playing with this out here. And yeah, I came across some prices on them. The guys were asking, like rebuilt typically. And yeah, they hold some value. I suppose people want restorations on there. They use that 348 and 409 in cars too, a lot of them, because they were so popular and they work so well. And yeah, guys are doing resto mods and stuff. They want these older original Rochesters, I guess. I don't know. There's a lip here, and then I can pry up on the pump, so we're gonna go right there. There. Destroying that gasket. Rebuild kit was in the front of the truck, and that's a carburetor kit. It's got a lot of stuff in it. So yeah, if we tear a gasket, it's not the end of the world here. Now we should be able to, yeah. There's the floats and the pump, and that's about it. Got a spring down in the pump hole. She pretty well stuck down in there. She's stuck down there good. There she goes. Yup. There's stuff. Stuff down in the bowl. Yeah, let me scrape. Shoot a little brake cleaner down inside of here. Just to get everything start moistening up. And we'll scrape in there for like 12 hours. I guess I never showed you guys a before picture of what's down in there. I guess really good. You see up in this side, there's just a lot of stuff just right on the bottom. The rest of it looks okay.
8 hours later.
So, I mean, not perfect, but it's a lot better. I mean, you could run it on that. A couple of things I want to do after cleaning now, going through. I got butterflies working beautifully. Well, after cleaning, I want to pull the idle control screws out. After I go in, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 2 1/4 on the right one, 1 3/4 on the left one. Cold snacks. Yeah. What, that junk from that carburetor on there? We ain't worried about that junk from that carburetor on there. Yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna pull these out all the way. Good. Looks good. Now I'm gonna take the remainder of the brake cleaner and blow in there. Blow out as much as we can. Hopefully it goes both ways and cleans that port both ways. That was a thing of beauty. There was a little stream of gas that came out of this one when I shot this side, and a little stream of gas that came out of this one when I shot this other side. And then also down out of these both ports, I got fuel out, so perfect. Now we just want to take our semi-clean fingers and make sure those jets are good before they go back in. Give her a little wipe on the jeans. The girlfriend or the wife likes that when they're doing laundry. Now we move on to the top here. So all the screws are gonna fall out. You break this seal, it prohibits return. Dang it. Oh, so we got like float needles and everything in here. So this is like the seat and the needle for the floats. Might as well change them, I guess, since we're in here. Both sides. Rubber grommet, I think that's for the top where the shaft comes through something. Maybe for the pump. But what we are after, to make sure, I want to see if we got this guy. That looks like it'll do. I think that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Alright, let's see if we can pull this down. So we pull the pins out of the floats and hopefully, yeah, let's come right up. Float valve. She's got a ring on it. She's pretty well shot. I think that's a rubber tip, but we got some stuff on these floats. We gotta clean that up good. How do we get this? Well, it just comes right off of there. And then you just pull it through. Yup. So here's that rubber boot that I was talking about. That's cracked up. That's shot. I do not see anything that would replace this little like bleeder valve. See, you pull it open. There's a little cap down in there. So hopefully that doesn't leak gas. See, that's gonna be the other problem. My screwdriver that I have with me isn't big enough to get these seats out. And if I turn it sideways, can't get it in the thing. How hard are they in there? Nope. Oh, I can turn it. We got brand new ones put in. After I use it, there's like a teaspoon of fuel. I'm gonna run it through this side so it runs through this whole jet, and then it'll come out this side, and then hopefully the fill. That's it. Can is done. What we got is what we got, y'all. Now let's just assemble. No more brake cleaner, so I have to resort to paper towel and some 2-stroke. So we're gonna use that to clean the junk off of our bowls. I'm not getting everything off, but hopefully enough where she'll get us home. Get this new rubber hat dealio thingy in there. It's a new gasket. Got all the right holes in all the right spots. Sure, that's how they are. So here you go. Have a good time with that. Let me put this pin back in. I gotta bend it down a little bit. There. We're just looking down the side and make sure that they're flat with that base when the valve is closed, the needle. Only lube I got is chain and cable lube, so squirt of that on the pump. Lube up that seal, down in that bore a little bit. Oops, a little bit too much. Gotta carry it away there. On whatever this thing is, so that does the thing. So this spring right here, that goes down in there, just like that. And now we drop this all back in. There. You want something fun to do on a Saturday night and you got a couple of hours, grab yourself a dull screwdriver and scrape permeated gaskets off of carburetors and car parts. That's a good time. I loved it. Can't wait to do it again. So there's like 14 different things for this. Does this one work? I think that's it right there, first one. Sure, yup. I think we're gonna do that one. There's an open oval bore, or maybe I do that one. Another open oval bore. Two exact same ones, but I don't know. They both kind of fit. So here's that one that fits the intake perfectly, but you see it leaves like these ports open, like this one, and this one, and this little pocket. But those are just, all of that is like all just empty pockets around there. But then this oval one, look how this one fits. That blocks off all those pockets and actually fits these ovals, the ports of the butterflies perfectly. And it blocks off every other pocket on the carburetor except for right there, which corresponds with down there too. So I don't know, which one do you do? Why do they got, why? Like this one matches the intake better, this one matches the carburetor better, but they both like do the same kind of thing. That's the one. That's where you're going. That goes right there. Don't forget there's a big air breather on the backside for no reason. There's no brake booster. Look at that. I wonder how long since it's been since that was on there. There's a corner here. I can get right to it. Nice. I'm really liking this carburetor. I bet you these motors with some go fast goodies on them, they really come to life. Weird heater line, I think that goes there. Gas line goes there eventually. Like I said, there's no fuel hooked up yet. So there's a choke cable. Different choke setup on here. So I wonder if this is a whole swap motor and all. Because this one has like vacuum or exhaust or whatever choke deal over there. And then throttle, yeah, there's no place for the throttle either. The temp sensor for now. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Now what? Now we can stick some gas in it? Fill up this carburetor here anyhow. This is, you can see 50 to 1. This is the gas I use for chainsaws and weed eaters, power augers, leaf blowers. Well, it's nothing, and then they always come like everything all at once. There's some. Oh, is that plugged up? I thought that was the breather down for the, what do you call it? How do I fill up the carburetor? Isn't it the breather for the bowls? Well, for frog snacks. I guess the only way we're gonna get fuel in is pumping it through the line, and maybe I'll just shove a hose down in the kink. Hook it up to the pump down here. That's gonna have to be the way. Alright, I got a line shoved in a gas can down. Goes down to the pump down there. And back up. I'm not gonna hook this up yet. I wanna see. Oh, is there already? Oh, is there already fuel? What? Oh, because the gas can, I shoved that line in there and I saw he siphoned with my mouth this line. And it must be that the gas can is just barely higher, so it's already flowing fuel out there. Well, I guess we'll just hook that up then. Wow, she might get gas fed to her easier than we thought. No priming needed, it's just there. Dump some down the app here, just a little bit. Oh, that'll have to do. You ready? What do you say? Fire in the hole! It's just me out here. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh no, and then I pulled it away. That's why the ignition went away. Oh boy, oh boy. I need to send power to one of these lines, or what do I gotta do? Just 12 volts to the coil all the time? Where does this go? Yeah, I could do that. I'll just cut off one of these. Yeah, sacrifice all of those. Yeah, all of it. Yeah, right up top. There. Oh, can we get this directly on? Yeah, that seems like a better spark. 12 volts, this, that. You guys watching? Okay, here we go. For real now. Squirters are working. Maybe I just gave her. Got lubing pressure. What does that even say? Oh, 40 pissies? Huh. Now it's gonna get hot in a hurry. Acting like she ain't getting no fuel, Bob. pull the wire off. It's definitely far from overheating, but it's everything's starting to get a little bit warm, so I just didn't want to get no hot spots and stuff. That is awesome. It runs amazing for just doing what we did here and starting it up. It's acting a little lean on the initial get-go. I mean, squirters are coming on right off the bat, but it might be just that it's not warmed up and coolant, and plugs are 100 years old, and wires, and there's no vacuum line hooked up to the distributor, and there might be some reasons, but either way, man, started right up. I cannot believe how easily this thing started. A couple of quick adjustments, got it idle right away. Oh yeah, there's that big vacuum leak on the back. I forgot all about that. That's probably all of our issues right there. I gotta write that down, bring some vacuum plugs. I cannot believe how well that ran. There's a little bit of lifter noise. Mostly it sounded like on this side in the back. It sounded like a little chattery, but I'm sure it'll come around. We'll run it for a while and change oil on her and see what's going on. But got to start on the coolant, I guess, now. We'll clean that up, get a water neck on it, run some hoses to some stuff, and then I got to put a pulley on, and the fan is all, I saw that in the back. I got to get that on, and we're getting there. Carburetor seems to be working awesome. Squirters are working. That all seems to be perfect. Like I said, just got to plug up the vacuum line, brakes and tires, and see if it actually, maybe I should see if it moves now. Or it'd be nice to know that that's all like good to go, because otherwise it doesn't pay to do anything else, because transmission stuff's got to come out. Let's see. No expectation of either one of these back tires that are flat to take air, because, well, all the metal's like sticking out here even. But we'll see if she'll take 5 pounds. That one's not gonna take. The one on the other side doesn't look any better than that one. Oh, I don't believe it. The other side took 10 pounds. This side, I'm saying no. We'll give her one more try here. She ain't gonna do it. Just grab that and pull real fast. Yeah. Set. There's the Harbor Freight cart that's rotted away. And the seat back here is already wet. So I might as well pull this cardboard cover off. I'm shocked that that didn't stop everything from getting to the seat. Or maybe she'll dry out. Poured water all over myself. Ashtray motor mount. More signs of a motor swap. There's another motor mount. We've got Mortski's favorite, a Flexi hose. Still no water neck. Sending unit. Float doesn't work. Well, there's a good screen on it yet. I guess it cooled down a bit. Should I start her up and see if it moves? I'll get my hand on that like twice now. 3 times maybe? It should be fire. Starts right up. I'm gonna have to sit on the floor. I can't even see. Oh, take a rod right up the ass. Oh my gosh. Do we got a clutch? Got a clutch. Well, that's reverse. Okay, first, this should be second. It's acting like a 3-speed. I didn't shut it off. Oh, she pumped out all the gas. That was all the gas. She drank it all. Water dripping out of the truck. Transmission felt like a 3-speed because it was over and up was reverse. And straight down I think was first, and then third, and first, second, and third. And there was nothing past there. So it was acting like a 3-speed. That, okay, I don't know. So we got a pulley and a fan. Horrible shaped belt here. Might be enough to get us home though. We'll just throw that on and ignore that that's junk. No shroud though. That's going to be an issue too, no shroud. Them with some loud tires. A few days later, and while we're back at the truck here, I brought my son along with me today. This is Clay. People, I don't think you're on the camera, like it's over here, not over there. So I'm gonna put him to work because child labor stuff. So you know what this is?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's the thing I changed the trailer tires with.
This is the thing you change. It's called a cross wrench or a crossbar or a tire lug wrench. This is the original like tire lug wrench. This is what they were like back in the day. Like every vehicle, like this is what everybody had. So it's got 4 different sizes. Some of them had 3 different sizes, and then like a flat side for popping hubcaps off. This one's got 4 different size socket ends for lug nuts. So you're gonna go around and find, oh look, it's that one right there, 3/4. So you're gonna go around and bust loose all 6 lug nuts on every wheel. So just get them busted loose so they're not tight anymore. Okay. Don't take them all the way off, just get them like 1 turn each one, because then we'll go around, we'll jack it up, and then we'll take the wheel completely off. And regular right hand thread. Some old vehicles, they had right hand thread on one side and left hand thread on the other side, thinking that the wheel turning in the wrong direction, that the lug nut needed to be tightening. I don't know, it's stupid. So here's the current Master situation. But guy had brand new Master. No, actually, yeah, we never actually went through that box. So this guy has this tub of stuff in here. Right here's the brand spanking new Master. Got that. That was that carburetor rebuild kit that was in one of these. Yeah, there's just boxes. Like every one of these is brake hardware, brake hardware, brake hardware, hardware. There's like springs and brackets. Master cylinders. There's 4 master cylinders, 1 for each side. And then brake shoes. 2 boxes of those, I'm assuming front and back. So we should have absolutely everything we need for the brakes. Yeah, feels like it's drying up a little bit. We might be able to use that yet.
Is that an actual seat or is that a rumble seat?
Nope, that's the actual seat, because you can see there's no seat inside of the truck. They all breaking loose pretty good?
Yeah, this is the last tire.
That's the last one already? All right. Didn't break any of them yet, huh? Good. I didn't show my enthusiasm when the motor started the other day. I guess I was just more concerned about like what was happening than actually like it starting up. Because I honestly, like, I didn't have many doubts that it was going to start up the way it looked and everything, and it turned over and it had compression and spark and all that stuff. I assumed it was going to start, and well, it did. So let's get after this Master. And I don't know if that is just a plunger or if that has that ringlet on the inside with a pin that goes through it that I have to pull out. Actually, let's go look at the new one, see if that'll tell us. I guess on the new one here, it just has a hole for a rod to go through, so hopefully that's all it is. I think, what do they call them, the dead man brakes? Because there's only 1 line, and well, if something happens to that line somewhere, then yeah, you're pretty much dead man. Oh, let's see. Line 16. Oh, come out really nice. Hopefully this is threaded in and not a nut on the other side. Oh, is it slipping on the jack? I don't know. Oh, just come right out.
Oh, that's in the way out.
Just come right. Oh yeah. Oh, she was just pouring fluid out into the truck.
Spins too.
That's good. Nice. Well, this is almost too easy. The cup on the jack is around the bottom of the pumpkin of the rear end.
Oh.
And lift it up enough where you can get the tires off. They had a hood light on these trucks? Huh. I forgot to bring a line to bench bleed this. This is my collection of fine shredders. There's like the right length and it's got red Loctite on it. Oh, wait, there's another one. I wonder if there's another one. There's another. Look, I got 4 of those with the red Loctite. That's perfect. I keep seeing those yellow wasps flying around here. Here's another thing I realized about this truck. There ain't no power steering. This is a manual cranker. Manual brakes, manual steering. This is going to be fun to steer with a big block in here. Get that in there. This fan out here, middle of nowhere, ain't gonna do a whole lot. At least it'll be there. So she's got springs and springs on the shocks, and then it's got this weird, like half of a leaf spring that's over the top of this perch that's not touching right now, but it's there. And I just noticed our brake line up here that's broke. Oh, she's got glass packs on her. And there's the end right there. Okay. That turns too. What? Everything turns? Well, ain't that something? Alright, when you're taking off drums, you always see everybody like beating on this lip, beating on that lip. You don't want to beat on that lip. What you want to do is beat on the face of it right in between the studs. And that shocks it and gets it broken up and falls off of there. There, see? Brakes are free and there's a black, some kind of spider in there. Oh, well, that's actually not that bad looking. Everything is there. Huh. Doesn't even look like the wheel cylinder was leaking. Super easy turn. Look at that. Huh. That's crazy. So now, basically, all that's got to come apart. And we got all new stuff that's going to go in there. When you do these, you only do one side at a time. So then if you get mixed up, you always got the other side to look at and then come back to this side. But you got to get these main springs off. These are keeper springs. This is what keeps the shoes onto the backing plate. And then there's a spring down here that holds the bottom together around that tensioner. You got to be mindful of springs. There's a lot of like pressure or stuff behind them for frog snacks. There. So there's one spring. These springs are actually in really good condition, like color and everything on them. I wonder if they were done once already on this truck. There's another spring, probably identical to that one. Now we can pull apart this top already. Remember that spring was there on that side. Of this bar, whatever that bar does, so it's just like that. And it needs you hold the, because there's a pin that goes through there, so you're holding it from the back side, and then you're gonna push them in and then turn these, and then they should come off through that little slot. So then that slot comes off of the end of this pin. See, there's that like tab on the end of that, so that tab goes through that washer, and then you turn it and then it locks on there, and that's what holds that spring on that fell in the dirt. Then you should be able to get these off-ish. Oh yeah, the parking brake, which I guarantee does not work. Those things never, ever work. So that's probably gonna just get cut right off. Actually, this is a manual. Are we gonna try and get that to work? Maybe. So I guess we'll pull that spring off. We'll kind of leave her intact for now, I suppose. So now there's a couple of bolts on the backside here for this wheel cylinder. And then also the brake line, which is shot, so I might as well just cut that right off. There. Cut that line off. Oh yeah, don't lose these, because normally the new wheel cylinders don't come with those. So get those out, get that wheel cylinder out. We'll look at it a little bit and start assembling it. And tighten up these bolts that we're working on. Clutch fan, which, I don't know, did they have clutch fans on these years ago? To me, like it was a newer thing. That's something that old snoozer had. For performance upgrade for this thing? Maybe. Clay's working on backside on captain side over here. Just finished up shotgun side here in the back. This was pretty typical drum brakes, but we got her all in there. It was missing all the self adjuster spiel in there originally, but I don't know. I think there was two different versions. I think there was a manual adjust maybe version, and then there's this automatic tensioner version. And well, he had all the hardware for this automatic, so we put that in. That wasn't there originally. That was just completely gone, but that's all in and ready to go. These drums are just beautiful, beautiful shape. I don't know if that's picking that up. I mean, for what they are, that's awesome. Those are gonna work real nice. Just letting it sit here until we get that other side done, so we can come back and look and use this one as a reference because, yeah, she was a spiel, especially like I said when there was missing parts. Trying to figure that out, I had to Google some stuff, but we're getting there. Back is almost done. We still got to run lines everywhere, like I said, but at least we're getting the hard part done. Then we'll move on to these fronts. Get these pounded out. Every tire, every wheel turns on the truck. Like not even a hint of being stuck or froze up. So that was awesome. Stuff is slowly coming along. Are you listening? Hello? Hello? It's day 3 of Chevy. It's coming along. So there's something. Oh, that's hot. Another day of 100 degrees. I got a few things I gotta speak about. I did not know anything about Chevys and these years of trucks and stuff. And I was doing some more research the other night, and apparently the 348 I don't think was like an option in the C10 of these years. I think it was more of like the C20 is it C something? When the 20s, 30s, 40s, the bigger trucks had the big block 348. And even then, I don't know, is it a big block or is it a small block? 348, 409, I don't know. But either way, I don't think this came with that motor. This is a swap that was in here. I think the options for these were a 6, an inline 6, and then they had a V8, but I think it was like a 250 or something. It had like 175 horse, I don't know. And then the horsepower of the 348, I have no idea. So we got a 4-barrel on it. It could be anything. From any year, I have no idea until we find numbers and search stuff out. But anyhow, we know it runs and truck, you know, it wants to move. We got brakes all done. That's another thing. The mic battery went dead right when I was doing the whole entire brake thing. So you guys just saw that stuff. Took the drums home and I cleaned out all the grease and repacked the bearings. I got brand new seals. I got those on. So I'm going to throw those on the front here just to get these spindles covered up. Axle spindles, the shaft that sticks out there, because it's supposed to rain coming up in a few days. And well, I don't want water and rust and everything to get in there. I got some stuff for brakes. We're going to be doing brakes. And water stuff. I got hoses and stuff. Gas tank. Ordered a gas tank, and I'm watching. No tracking number. And waiting, looking. No tracking number. And I go and look, and they don't even plan to ship it until like middle of September, and this is middle of August. Probably going to be driving this home on a boat tank of some sort on the seat or on the floorboard or down here, because we ain't going to be getting no gas tank in time to drive this home. So anyhow, I'm going to get after some stuff. Get some, not a lot done today, but get these front brakes on, get that squared away. Old tires, 15s aren't like they used to be in the 90s. Like you can't find them, and if you do, they want arm, leg, and a dick for them. So that's another thing that's dragging on. I think I found wheels. The tires that are on the wheels are really questionable, and we'll just see when they get here. You guys probably heard the highway is like right here, and this road that we're on is a dead end and ends right there. So we got to make sure everything is like ready to go, because we just pull out an instant highway. There's no back roads trying anything out. We're gonna roll back and forth in the driveway a little bit, and then right on the highway. Yep. We'll probably be broken down like right there. While you're here, if you made it this far, you guys hit that subscribe button right now. Now. It's free. Just hit that subscribe. Hit that little like button if you like this shit. Brake line, 2 different sizes with bolts, flaring tools, bits, pieces, don't break that. See, freshly packed bearings ready to go in. I want to throw this on and do the brake adjustments before we throw bearings and everything in here, because I don't want to be throwing it on and off with bearings in here and the seal and everything. Still didn't bring nothing in nylon. Of course not. Like I said, no bearings or seals or anything in here. I just want to be able to stick this on and feel how sloppy these brakes are and then adjust them up. It's like a hot dog down a hallway. A lot more yet. Holy cow, we're gonna run out of adjustment. Yeah, I think that's right about there. Our brand new seals. I was surprised they had these in stock. So the lip of the seal or the cup towards the grease or oil or whatever. No drivers of any kind, so we're gonna have to just do that. Round and around. Maybe edge of the sport. Will that work? Yeah. I think it's bottomed out in there, so that's all the way in. Then the bearing still turns. Both the bearing and the cage, like you can see the rollers turn. She's not bound up in there. Oh yeah. Dab of grease on that seal. Freshly packed outside bearing. Washer and a nut, just so you can hear the shoes rubbing on the drums, but she spins easily. Let me get pliers. I put about 10 foot-pounds or so on them. While I'm turning it, make sure everything is getting seated right, and then back off until they're just perfectly loose, like finger tight, and then just come up until they're just snugging. That's how I do. I always go off until the pin lines up. So see it, nut is actually like kind of loose on there. That's what I do. You guys do whatever you want to do. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this truck home. Make sure the cap's not rubbing on the nut or pin inside. They're done. Let's go do the next one. Here's another one, fellers. You know, there's this great big pocketing here in between the wheel bearings on a hub. There's no reason to pack that full of grease. That grease, you just pack it in there and it just sits there. Doesn't do anything ever. Just a waste of grease. All you do is just pack the bearings themselves and drop them in and you're good. You're golden. Just pack the bearing, drop her in. Okay, brakes. You know how this goes. Measure, cut, flare, cut the flare off, then put the nut on. Then it's too short. I am starting from the back, like we're gonna start with the wheel cylinders first, then back, and then I'm gonna work my way up from there. To me, it feels better to plug that line on the master at the end rather than start from the master and work your way the other way. You start from the master and work your way back, and you stick that last line on a wheel cylinder, and it just doesn't hit the same. All right. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna start at this wheel cylinder here. Oh, look, there's another beehive. There's probably like the 5th beehive I've seen in this truck. Like there's supposed to be a brake line from each side and then a splitter and then it goes forward, and I don't see no splitter anywhere. Maybe the splitter's laying on the ground down here somewhere. Nope. Where it go? Oh, I wonder if that's that one that's in the box. Sure enough, there it is. See? Splitter is on the rubber line that was in the box. This rubber line actually still has color on it. She ain't cracked up. Oh, there's some, well, that was in the dirt. This line probably was okay, but I got one on the way anyhow. But at least I got the splitter. That's the part I was looking for. Get this kind of cleaned up and ready, and maybe we can get it shoved in there. All right, we got line driver's side over the pumpkin to our, right there's a splitter. Underneath, passes through, goes through that hole there. Out there and up to the shotgun side over there. So this is all done up to the hose. I have this hose on here just for knowing stuff. A line somewhere up right there that ends. I don't know, hopefully that's good. We can just patch right into that, but I'm doubtful. Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty, oh, that fuel line is shot. Look at that bed. Okay, so there's this, again, this undercoat stuff, but then look underneath there, like that wood is absolutely mint perfect. But at the same time, like I always say, the undercoating, see, it traps and it holds moisture in, and then it makes steel rust. All right, I decided just to go all the way. Dead man brakes, so we don't want no issues, and we're already replacing everything else. Might as well just go the whole way. And I got the line here, so we're just gonna measure out, and we'll give it an inch extra just in case. You can tuck an inch somewhere, but you can't stretch an inch. And this is just coated steel brake line, because this truck shouldn't see salt anymore, so it should hold up pretty decent. Okay, you got new line. I just got that rubber hose on there temporary. Got new line all the way up to that front, up there at splitter up there. I gotta go up there and work now, because, well, see, it's on the ground. I gotta let the back down so the front end comes up. But while I was here, also change on this fuel line. That's the only rubber section there between tank and pump up there. The rest of the line looks good. Fuel leak, that's not as big as a deal as a brake line leak. Zip tie that or do something, hold that up there, but for now, actually good. Well, that was easy. Like just 1, 2, 3 and done. Brand new. Wow, you can see brake lines. Not the rubber yet. Gotta wait on our rubbers. Both sides here. There, I put the T on the outside of the frame rail, so it's not running. And before, it was running on the inside and right up next to the exhaust manifold. So, like on newer vehicles, they go to the outside of the frame rail, so that's what I did there. So, T there coming up, and well, last little thing is right here. I got it capped off into the master. I gotta bench bleed the master and go through that whole ordeal yet, but not yet. Basically, yeah, we gotta wait for rubbers to come in. We'll take care of that. But I got some other stuff now. I got some like radiator hoses, the big ones, top and bottom, and I got some fittings that maybe hopefully will fit and stuff. And yeah, get some things done here. Fuel hooked up. Maybe I should hook up fuel now, because this line has got to go to there, and then I got to stick a filter in there somewhere. There. I'll leave a little bit extra. Then I got this filter. It's used. I don't know if you guys watch my videos, you saw I just pulled this off of a lawnmower. It'll be enough to get us home. That's what I had, so this'll have to do. Like that. On the line from the tank. That's not there. There. Is that gonna do? Kinking off that line a little bit, but what am I supposed to do? Alright, so this, like this, that is way too long. Trim the fit kind of deal. I gotta trim some off of there too. Maybe. Why everything seems wrong? I don't know. I'll cut off more, I guess. I'll just keep cutting her off until she's too short. That's your home. Go to your home. She's like half collapsed. Is that gonna be a problem? I think that's what we got. That's what we're gonna put it at for now. This, yup. No. One hose is bigger than the other one. And I think, yup, that thread's in there. Like I said, for now, I'm just gonna loop that, because I don't know if that heater core works, and we don't need a heater core right now because it's summertime. Dang it. Now what? So you wrap it in the direction of tightening, so that way when you're putting it on or threading it in, it's not pushing itself off. So that's most likely gonna leak because there ain't enough on there, but that's okay. And of course I don't have a right Allen wrench for this, so just avert your eyes. Do you know what this is? Bet you don't. This here, washing machine hose. Just calm down. It's made for high temperature, and it's made for house plumbing pressures. That's like what, 100 pissies or something? See, right there. Washer hose. Main China. I don't even know if that's open or shut there. What is that? Let's just ignore it. Start pissing with it, then for sure it's gonna leak. Nobody will ever know, except you guys. Just shut up. There's no thermostat on here. There's one of those yellow things flying around. And that is, I see all kinds of mouse shit and everything down in there, so I am not putting a thermostat in there. We're gonna be running this open system until she cleans out. A little bit of gray. RDVDDT. And the gasket doesn't line up with the junk. I should have checked that this was right before I did all that, but yeah, she good. That gonna do? Hopefully better, because that's all we got. Marchie's favorite flexi hose. Oh yeah, we got throttle. We gotta hook up too. That was the whole reason we brought this along. You gotta. Oh yeah. Whop, whop, whop. I just need a nail to stick in there or something now. Everything's pretty much done up in here-ish. Starting to look like something that could run and drive. There is a threat of rain coming, so this seat has been drying up for about a week. Why is there bees in here now? This is all junk. Throw that in the back. I'm gonna toss that seat in here just so. Oh, and now there are some different kinds of bees flying around. I just saw a bee fly underneath the seat. Is there a nest under here? How do? No. It's not in the right spot, but it's in there. Surprised it actually dried out pretty nice. Yes, fires are gonna go today. My sweat is slowing down. I know I'm dehydrated, so we're gonna call her. Next day, I think, is gonna be the day. I'm waiting now until I got brake lines, those hoses. I can throw those in, bleed all the brakes out. You know, wait until I get tires, throw the tires on, bring a gas tank, check some fluids, and drive her out of here. Brakes, runs, drives. Yep. Next day is gonna be throwing her on the highway right there. Like I said, breaking down probably a quarter mile that way. Oh, hopefully it's not 400 degrees. I'll see you guys on the next day. We'll be driving if I don't pass out and die. We're back. It's 2 weeks later, 3 weeks. It's been a while. It rained. Stuff is all wet. We're in between storms here, I think. I don't know. Some trees came down like a little while ago. And I think there's more things coming. So we're gonna get on this. Brake fluid and bleed stuff. Tires. I got tires. Man, it is hard to get 15s nowadays. They're just not popular anymore. Everything is like 28 inches and 30 inches. So yeah, bleed brakes, water and the coolant and stuff. See if there's any leaks. That's gonna come pouring out. And I forgot all about it. I was thinking about it. You got no keys. All right, first things first, I want to get fluid in this master and get this bleeding out while I go around and stick those rubber lines on the brakes all over and do some other things. Oh, like a big cork gasket on there. We're bleeding out masters. Get that under snug. All right. And then you take that line and you just, well, for frog snacks, just get in there. And you stick that back down in the reservoir, and you want to make sure that stays down below the fluid level when you're pumping, because it'll pump that air around, and if it draws back fluid in the line. So like everything's underneath fluid, so you're pumping it, there's no way for air to get inside of there. all the way on the bottom. There. Vice grip is holding it, and it is on the bottom. Okay, let's fill her up. And now I can't even get it. I can't see. Is it full? Is it full? Is it full? All right, right there. I'll start with that. And then I go inside and pump the pedal, and you guys watch for bubbles. Is it bubbling? Down, up, wait. Oh my gosh. I saw it. She popped right off. A couple more pumps here. There, okay. Then we'll just let that sit while I'm doing rubber lines all over, and air bubbles maybe will work itself out. I suppose I'll go for this rear one first, since my jack has been trapped underneath that rear end for like 3 weeks. What's the chances of brake lights working? Yeah, pretty much 0. Can't wait to crawl underneath there. Flirt pinning on the end there. Okay, good, good. So stick that in there. Then we just cinch this down. And the other side goes up and then we get the right side and hold the other side. Dripping all over me. I am already soaking, and look at right in the belly button. Right in the belly button again. Okay, that should be good. Give me back my wrench. Give me back my wrench. Give me back. And then I didn't have a clip, so I bent up this little wire to hold this in, y'all. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. There, okay. So this one should be, back should be good. Copper washer that goes on there, and then this one flattens out. Even though it's got a taper in there for fitting, it doesn't. It just goes up against flat. Oh, yeah. There. Oh, yeah. And now you stick that little clip in to hold her where she is. Next. Okay, got all the rubber lines in. All the lines are hooked up. I've got my bleeder open on the driver's side front here. This is the closest one with clear holes shoved on the bleeder. So I'm gonna hook up this line up here on the master. I'll give her a couple more pumps just to make sure with the brake pedal. Take that off, stick that new line on, and then hopefully gravity will start bleeding her out. Bleeding a fresh system like this, I like to start with the closest one, so you get fluid down and then the closest one, then the next one, and then you just keep kind of pushing that air out in all directions. And then, well, I go back and I pump pedal as I'm bleeding. But yeah, a heat index or whatever, heat warning for us. They told us don't go outside and do nothing. So I was outside doing stuff. You pump the pedal down and it pushes fluid out, and then you release, it sucks back a little bit, and that's what this clear line is. And this is how I bleed brakes by myself, is you put a length of clear line on the bleeder, and when it sucks back, it just sucks that fluid up the line. In the threads of the bleeder itself, I usually pack them full of grease, so then that's like a sealed deal, and then also it helps the bleeder break free when you're doing it again. But this will work for now. So I'm gonna go pump it until we see fluid here, and then we'll do this on all 4 corners. And you guys let me know when you see fluid coming out, okay? Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? There she is. Man, that pours out of there pretty good. Okay, let me close this bleeder down. Pop off my little cap, and we go to the next one, which will be the other side here. Lefty loose seat, punch yourself in the face, okay. And repeat. Is it pouring out fluid? Are you guys even watching? Yup. She pouring. I didn't even go around a second time. Look at this. Right there's where it starts to engage the master, and that's good hard brakes right there. And we got a good at least 5-6 inches to go to floor. So we're good. Oh, I did forget, in between pumping and doing every wheel cylinder, make sure you top off your master cylinder. You don't want that going dry, because then you gotta start all over again because there's air. So okay, like I was saying, 15s are, man, tough to find. I was trying to find some used ones, trying to save some dollars, because I'm broke. There's no dollars. But what are you gonna do? You gotta have tires, and you can't drive home on wheels, can you? So we got these here. I forgot about these. The old Chevy Rally wheels. Man, I like these. I always did, even back in the day. I saw a couple of pictures of the 63s with these old Rally wheels, and I'm like, yep, there it is. That's what we're gonna do. So I found a set that were actually pretty decent, $100 for. They had tires on them. Tires were junk. They didn't even hold air. One of them was full of water. That was awesome. So then, well, I had to get tires, and I was like, well, I was looking at cheap stuff, and cheap stuff is actually, all 4 tires was like $100 cheaper than what the Cobra or Radial. You see, it's good for trucks. It says it right there. And these are 275s, 60-15s. Well, then there was another issue. I would have loved to run these tires all the way around, front and rear. Man, I like that look. That looks cool. But I had to stagger them. So you can see these are narrower than these. So we got 2 different sizes. Why is that? Well, because this truck has manual steering. And everybody says don't get these big wide ones for manual steering trucks. They said, oh my gosh, you'll be just fighting that all the time. And I was like, yep, I know what you're talking about. And well, with the big block in the front end and all that weight and all that stuff and everything, I knew it was going to be a good time. So we went with, and you can see they're like almost the same height. So from the side of the truck, they're going to probably look about the same. But these are a 225/70/15. So what it is, and I've trying to figure out like tire sizing stuff. That's just, I don't know. I don't understand it. I know the first number is the width, like that has something to do with the width, and then the second number has something to do with the sidewall. But what it is, it's, I don't know, it's magic to me. Well, you can see like this is the same sidewall and everything as like this one, but this is a 60 and this is a 70. So why is that? I don't know. I think it has something to do with the 275, 225 is the width, and then the second number is like the percentage of the sidewall compared to the width or something like that. There's some math there. I don't have any idea, but pretty close. So from the side of the truck, they should be pretty identical. They're just, should be easier to steer. So that's why that is what that is. Oh, just ignore the 4x4. That's just, can't help it. So then, that's what I got. Oh yeah. Oh, you better fit. Oh, they're not light. They're heavy. No, I don't have chrome lug nuts either, cause that cost dollars. This is already way over budget with the good for truck tires. Snugged up for now. When we get the truck on all fours, we'll go around and cinch down on all of them. Okay, I think we're ready. I think my mic cut out, but I plugged out those vacuum lines in the back of the carb, and the other one ran to the vacuum advance. Fluids are all topped off. I checked transmission and rear end. Transmission was good. Rear end was just a hair low. There's a leaky thing on it. Boy, I hope the mic goes on. We got a rag in here. I shoved the hose back over it. That's a filter for all that crap that's in the motor, because you know there was all that mouse crap in the motor. So this is the return to the radiator. That'll all act like a filter and catch all that junk. Pull the hose off, pull that out, empty it out, throw the rag out, whatever, stick another one in there and stick it on, and pull a runner. Radiator fluid she's not topped right off, but it's right there. I'll leave the cap on loose for now. I'm gonna bring more water back. But there was something I forgot. We don't have keys. But I don't remember going through the glove box. Oh, what's in here? Oh, water. How does water get in there? Look at this plush seat. Hot in here. Holy crap. I already looked in here, I remember. Not in there, but I don't remember going through the glove box. Ooh. Papers galore. Letter to someone. Letter to someone. Pocket secretary. Oh. Got all his mileage written down and what was going on. 86. 87, 88,000 miles. What's the last page here? Last page is 90,003 miles. Oh, that's cool. What is this? Standard. As you travel, ask us. What else we got in here? Important instructions. Oh, how to change the oil filter. We're gonna need that. What is this? Inspection. License year 1975. To a 63 Chevy. Oh, does it say what motor is in here? No. And Ray Boss was the inspector. B&N Auto in Seymour, Indiana. Station 4739. Whole inspection, $4. They inspect everything. Here's another pamphlet from Standard Station. I bet you this is like collector stuff. Tour information. Campgrounds, motels. Oh, they got stuff in here. Oh, 4-barrel installed. What? Oh, new motor at 19,000 miles. Well, the guy's writing down mile per gallon she was getting. 10 miles per gallon. 10.5. Old. 1965 4-barrel installed. 300 miles later, new 4-barrel. Oh, just that's really cool. Another inspection. $4. Look at that. Owner protection plan. Original owner is Paul Potter. Says 93263. Columbus, Indiana. Dealer Bill Duffy Chevrolet in Columbus. Huh. Oh, she got an oil pump at 19,000. That maybe that's something to do with that new motor that was installed then. Oh, and then we got the original owner's manual. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Everything in there. That's cool. And we got a couple of spark plugs. They were brand new at one point. Is that how they are in this motor? There's flat, and then there's threads on the end? That's weird. Couple. We got keys. We got the keys. Look at all these keys. It says old black and safe. Oh. Keeper safe. Something else. Kennedy. Chicago. Whatever that is. GM. Oh, get that key. Look at that. GM key. Can it be? Oh, let's see. How do you? Nope. Oh, now it's stuck. Does it go this way? It goes out. Does it turn? Oh, it turns. We got a key. What is this for? Oh, sweet. We got the keys. Ooh, look at it. There's like a thing for a little light in here. Huh. I'm gonna go grab a boat tank, gas tank, grab her battery, and go bug my brother. See if he can haul me out here, and we'll see if we can drive this back. Maybe. Break down, like I said, like right there on the highway. All right, got boat gas tank here, the line running up to the back, goes into the line that goes down. That's the original line for the gas tank. That's all hooked up, and well, threw a battery in it. The key wouldn't work, so I ended up, well, the key works for on, but it doesn't engage the starter, so I have to jump it out here with a wire to start it, but it runs with the key. So I ran it for a little while. I want to check the rag to see how much junk is in here already. Pull this out, and there's all the stuff I had it caught already, just running it for a little while. Let me shake it out and stick it back in there. Catch some more stuff. There. Stick the hose back over the top and clamp her down. Okay, so I turn the key on, and then I shove this wire in for the firewall where the start wire is supposed to be, and then just jump it. And just jump it. Maybe she needs a shot. See that water? I don't think so. It's flowing. There's actually a little bit of antifreeze in it, even though I put all water in it. Okay. We got good flow. It runs just amazing. So I think I don't have enough. Vice grips I have to do. See if it moves, I guess. Does the window roll down? The window rolls down. Sweet. Got brakes. Got brakes. Yeah. Brakes are really good.
Looks like first time inside, what, 20
Probably. I have no idea. Like, there's no indication of when it was done or nothing. Well, actually, there's a bunch of log books like in a glove box, and the last log was 90,000 miles, and I think that was in the 80s, like 85 or something. Because there was a mention in the log books about putting a new motor in at like 16,000 miles or 19,000 miles. Just before that it said new oil pump, and then after that it said new motor. So something happened there, but then yeah, I don't think they didn't put this motor in then.
Right.
This was him that swapped it in, but yeah, you can just follow me, but don't run into me. Oh, here we go. First gear's down. So the key works for on and off, but in order to start it, I have to go outside underneath the hood and jump the wire to the starter. So hopefully I don't have to do that ever. And like I said, right out here straight on the highway. Brakes work really good. First time shifting. Second gear off. Third gear off. We've got all the gears. Speedometer works, says they're doing 30. I have no idea. It says there's charging, temperature is going up, but still it's below middle. I don't think we're on fire yet. Oil's dripping right on the exhaust manifold on the passenger side because, well, valve cover. Headlights work. So my brother's following me in my 86. Something smells a little warm. Are we on fire? No. Well, pretty good. I'll turn you guys around and enjoy the view. It's doing it. Door flew open, holy crap. Well, no, it's out of like the instrument cluster, so I'm worried about like wiring and stuff, but I don't know. That was 55? Yeah, it said 40 in here. Yeah, like wiring is the only thing I kind of, I mean, because it's, that's the only thing I really worry about underneath the dash and stuff. But I can feel like the ignition wires and stuff underneath the dash and they're not hot. But I know when I'm driving, like when it's in RPMs, like the charge thing goes way over the charge. So it's charging, but it seems like it's overcharging or something, according to the gauge at least, if it is charging.
Can you feel that main power wire that goes to the fuse box? See if that's hot?
Yeah, nothing's hot.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll turn around and keep going. Yeah, there's a little bit of smoke right out of the dash. Above the like battery gauge. What that is. We'll just keep going. But yeah, you can see the voltage gauge just pegs right out. Temp is running good. We got oil on both gauges, say good. He was telling me when I was running 40 miles an hour, he was seeing 55 in the other truck. This is where I saw that smoke was coming out here just a little bit. I was just a little worried because electrical fires, they scare me a little bit. Well, it seems to be going just fine. Nice day besides being 90 degrees. There's that smoke starting to leak in a little bit. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just the speedometer cable getting hot. Another thing I worry about, like I said, that volt gauge. A lot of power runs through those gauges sometimes, and maybe it's that. Right here, you see if I push in the clutch and let it go down to idle. See, it's still running, but it drops off. Oh, now we got water coming out too. All right, we'll just keep going. Water out, yeah. That's what I was wondering about, like there's no fan shroud.
Yep.
And then that fan is so far away that like it probably doesn't do anything, but
going down the highway you shouldn't really need a fan.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, if I was going fast enough, the air should be blowing through it and stuff, but
so unless something's just plugged up in there yet.
Yeah, well, it couldn't. I mean, maybe after running it now, maybe that stuff is plugged up in that thing and it's not flowing as much as it could. I don't hear any noises from the rear end or transmission or nothing. It shifts really good. I mean, it shifts in every gear really good. Everything seems really, really good on it. Oh, she got hot. We're gonna check out our filter here, see what's in here. Got a feeling that she maybe got. Oh yeah. Look at all that stuff. A lot of stuff.
Plug?
There's about the same amount of stuff in it.
It's enough to
So,
plug it.
Probably like enough, even if it doesn't fully plug it up, like it doesn't allow it to flow wide open. Is this a factory radiator? It says Harrison on it. Is that Chevy factory?
I don't know.
You don't want to dump cold water in the block, right? Is that bad for it?
Combined with that other water, it ain't
I'll put it in slow so it gets time to warm up a little
it
bit.
ain't gonna. You took the cap off, or
I just put it on there loose. I didn't want any pressure building up in it. Well, because of this and, you know, just...
yeah. So it could be fine too. Maybe you're just getting up to operate it.
Yeah.
Started going out of there just because of that reason.
Well, if the gauge on the dash is right, it was right in the middle. Like, it wasn't hot or anything. Like, it just got up to the middle, and then that's when it, yeah, blew out. So like you said, yeah, it could be just regular operating temp, and it's just because there's no pressure.
Right.
I figured after I ran it for a while, and it got, like, all that shit blowing out of there and filtered and stuff, then I'll, like, do a thermostat in it and actually, like, you know, tighten the cap down and stuff. I had to figure out some kind of deal for a fan shroud, because that's a big thing, too, I'm sure. Is it in neutral? I think so. Better be. Otherwise they're gonna run me over right here. It's like a sewing machine. Oh, you keep going. One of those roundabout things. Get on early. It makes a lot of noise. Now it's charging like it's supposed to. Running cool. Oil pressure still great. Everything is, some stuff is coming around. Does that one blinker work? No, but we got barely something there. And then the right side, nothing. I don't think. Unless it's just not blinking on the dash. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll be. Yeah, it's got both blinkers in the back. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, that one is pretty good.
That's a nice blinker. Got some really dim lights. It's got to be all just bad grounds and just bad wiring everywhere in it, I'm sure. Well, you never saw brake lights?
I couldn't tell.
You want to step on it? I just want to see if there's like something. But I think if we got any chance at a brake light, it's going to be this one. Yeah, there ain't nothing. Pull her back at the shop. And she made her almost no problem. The only thing I had to do was pull over once. Well, I pulled over twice. Once because I saw smoke coming out of the dash, but second time because, well, the radiator boiled over. But I didn't have the cap on tight, so I think it maybe just came up to temperature and then, well, just puked out all as water. I didn't put that cap on tight for multiple reasons. I didn't want leaks, and I have that rag shoved in the radiator for catching crap, and there's other stuff, so I just wanted to have it on there. And yeah, that was the only issue really on the way home, was just that radiator boiling over once. Man, it just runs, it drives, like I said, it just barely pulls to the right, and who knows what that could be. Other than that, runs, stops, shifts, everything just amazing. I am blown away. Couldn't be happier with it. My brother was digging around in the back here. He says, what's his plate? We were digging around looking. Indiana 63. See that 3? Original plate from the truck. That's really cool. She's gonna be a nice truck. Especially I got that gas tank coming. We'll get that in there. Do plugs, wires. We'll go through some stuff on her. Thank you everyone for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Like I said, I don't do will it runs all the time. This is kind of a treat, but you never know. Maybe there'll be more. I never know what comes up. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. That's why I do it. This is a super awesome truck. Look at that. It just looks mean. That's a nice still shot right there, except for the freaking camper in the background. Watch for videos. There'll be more. Well, I think Snoozer would be proud. She ran and drove. I bet you he was working towards that day for quite a while. Too bad he wasn't here to give him a ride. Bet you he'd like that. Probably was with me, cruising along, smiling. Cool. Love it.